A welcome return this week to a brand that I've been looking at regularly for over 10 years now. Keep watching. Hello, welcome back. It's GotAUkulele review day as ever with the summary video review that accompanies the full written review where there's a lot more detail, which you will always find linked below these videos. My weekly thank yous to the supporters of the GotAUkulele channel, because I'm not corporate sponsored, brand sponsored, I don't get paid to do reviews. They would just be adverts, so my eternal thanks goes to anybody who helps keep this site going by making donations. You'll find links where to do that below the video and also on the website. It's much appreciated. And for free, you can also help me out by subscribing to the YouTube channel. Hit the bell symbol, you'll get notified when I put a new video so you won't miss any. Alright, okay, yeah, as I said in the introduction, I've been looking at this brand now for over 10 years, regularly looking at them. And what I like about this brand is that with each iteration that comes along, they get better and better and better. They're learning, they listen. I love brands that do that. The brand is called Noah. And this is brand new. This only went up on their website today, I think. This is the brand new Noah Delta concert ukulele. Delta, right, where's that name come from? Well, Noah, as you know, if you know this brand, set up by a UK guy who lives down in Brighton, I think, Matt Cohen. He used to live in Vietnam, where he made a lot of connections with luthiers and friends over there. And that one of those connections with his luthier over there, Mr. An, who makes his instruments for him. And he lives near the Mekong Delta in Vietnam, and Matt's got very pleasant memories of that. So he wanted to name an instrument as a bit of a nod back to the country of where the Noah instruments come from. So these are luthier-built instruments, built by hand in Vietnam for Matt's specs and designs, and he brings them over to the UK and then ships them worldwide. A brand new model. I mean, it's a ukulele, it's nothing, but there are quite a lot of departures in this one from the usual Noahs, which I'll come on to as we go through it. Naturally, being a Noah, all solid tone woods. What we have here, all solid spruce on the top, really nice sort of grain. It's not AAA grade spruce, as you can see, because you've got quite a lot of grain variation, but it's very straight, very nice and sort of yellowy pale, and the classic pairing with Indian rosewood back and sides. That back is beautiful. I love the grain and the book matching on that. This is a very, very nice combination. Very bright top, bright sounding wood for the top, darkened off by the rosewood on the back and sides. It's a classic combo that works extremely well, and I think it looks beautiful. And I think this is the first departure that I'll talk about, because this shape, a lot of the Noah instruments, very traditional double bout shape. This one, the much more modern, swoopy, rounded shape that we're seeing in instruments now. So it's nice to see Noah have got on board with that as well. Looks very, very 2024, 2020s, or whatever you want to call it. I love these modern shapes. Very nice. The bridge is a pin bridge. That's not a departure for Noah. Made of that Vietnamese hardwood that my friend Jimmy McGee in Vietnam told me how to pronounce, which is gogomat. Which it roughly translates as honeywood. It looks very much like rosewood. I suppose it's what you call a moustache shape. There are moustache shapes on guitars, but this really looks like a moustache shape because you've got this little dimple at the top here. It's very, very tidily finished. Sorry about the mismatch of this brightness. That's a bit too bright, isn't it? But I would say it looks a little bit big on the body. Plastic pins, a bone saddle with a completely straight top on that. So that's all right, okay. The decoration, Matt said he wanted this model to be more about the wood, so out goes the abalone that I know he likes, but he also knows I don't like so much. What we have here is real maple bindings to the top and back, and also the stripe on the back and the tail stripe. That's paired with black and white purfling edging to set it off. The sound hole looks like that's a rosewood inlay with, again, a bit of black and white purfling around it. And a side sound port, which he's used once before on an instrument. I love to see that that is trimmed on the inside of the edge with more maple, very, very neatly and subtly, which means no rough wood, bare wood on the sound port edges, which you sometimes see. That's really nice. I think it all comes together really, really well, particularly this back and sides, which are absolutely stunning. Finished in a hand-finished gloss, what I also always say with Noah's, because this is handmade rather than factory-made, you get one or two little bubbles and ripples in it. This is one of the best I've seen from Noah, though. I mean, they really, as I say, this luthier really is upping his game. One or two little marks in the maple, one or two little marks in the gloss, but I'm really nitpicking. It's like a mirror, as you can see, with these reflections. Very, very nice. Looking inside, and I'm glad it's tidy because you can always look inside very easily with the side sound port. Notched linings, thin little braces, back tail piece holding it all together. Very neat and tidy in there, indeed. The neck is made of maple of the darker wood variety. It's only got 2 pieces in it. There's a very well hidden joint here. But this carving up here is beautiful. This is all one piece. The way this just flows up into the headstock, I really like. Little maple cap on the heel here. That's finished in satin, not gloss, which is nice to see, and it feels like glass. This is one of the nicest back of the necks for a Noah I think I've played. That is a very nice neck, fairly shallow up here, but a really roomy 37mm nut. 30 from G to A, so a dead roomy nut width. Very nice and comfortable. The fingerboard, more Go mat. One or two little tooling marks in that, but nothing I'm going to quibble about. It is edge bound, which hides the fret ends. 18 of those, a traditional 12th body joint. And the fret ends on this are dressed about as well as I've ever seen on any ukulele. They are exceptionally well done fret ends. No sharp edges whatsoever. Really, really tidy. But can you see what's not there? No outward facing position dots. I like that. I've got a luthier built instrument that's got a neck like that because it's very minimal. No fuss coming out because of course you do get side dots in the usual places. So you can easily, as the player, find out where you are, but there's nothing facing out. It's just about the woods. I like that minimal look, like that a lot. I think Matt was a bit unsure whether I'd go with it. I've got instruments like this. I really like that. The nut is made of bone. Setup is very good on this. Headstock, nice and skinny side to side. I think Noah have done something like that before, faced in more rosewood with a satin coat and the Noah logo inlaid in pearl up at the top. That's really nice, very, very tidy up there. And I'm really pleased to see these. Rear-facing friction pegs on a concert, as you should have. I don't know what brand they are, he doesn't specify. They're certainly Grover style, and they're clearly good quality ones with lots of sort of washers and joints in them, and they work really well. I love friction pegs. And then finishing it off, you get a choice of either Martin M600 fluorocarbon strings, which is what's on this, or Aquilas if you want them, a tail strap button, and the usual basic Noah padded gig bag. One thing I would also say about Noah is they're always remarkable value for money for a handmade instrument, and this one is no different. Delivered in the UK direct through Noah, which is how you get them, £289. So really, really good value. People always ask me on Noah reviews, oh, but he doesn't ship internationally. He does ship internationally. You just need to contact him direct rather than order through the website to work out what the shipping's going to be. But he will ship internationally. I know people worldwide who've got these. $289. It's a good price, and I think it's a beautiful looking instrument. I love this combination. I love this modern shape. I really like it, Matt. It's one of the best finished Noahs I've seen. One or two, as I say, it would be wrong for me not to mention them, one or two little tooling marks, but remember, this is not made in a factory. This is made by a man, a pair of hands and some tools. So you get to expect that. And people who love Noah know that. I don't need to tell you that, but if you're new to Noah, it's right for me to tell you. So, good setup, good build, nice looks, good price. It's really light, 615 grams, and as you can see, balances really nicely to the play. It's bright. It is bright. Pretty though. Right, volume. Yeah, really, really good volume. Wow, it's got a punch to it. and the sustain. Not the longest I've heard, but pretty good. Still ringing. It's jangly. Definitely a bright, jangly instrument. I'm not going to let my subjectivity come into this too much, but you know I'm not. I prefer woodier, darker instruments. Maybe a different set of strings for this would suit me. But I know a lot of people who really like those. Oh, that's nice. That really crisp. Very crisp. All those notes are very clear in the mix. For strumming, it's a bit too bright and jangly for me, but that's purely personal opinion. But fingerpicked, I love that. Very delicate. That is a very, very pretty sounding instrument. It's lovely to play on this neck. Perfect for my hands, that. I'd probably experiment with the strings a bit. The brightness, 50-50. A lot of people love it. I'm just a fan of sort of woody, dark, broody sounding instruments. But that is purely subjective. I keep going on about that, and I shouldn't do. But it's a very pretty sounding instrument. Great volume, great sustain. One of the best finished noters I've seen, subject to the comment about tooling marks here and there. It's handmade, as I keep saying. Really good value for money. Love to see. That's a lovely neck. That's a really, really lovely neck. And I love that combination of colours. It's a pretty, pretty instrument. The brand new Noah Delta Concert, available direct from Noah Ukuleles. £289 delivered in the UK is pretty good value for money. Pretty good, terrific value for money, in fact. Matt, thank you very much for letting me... Fingerprints. Thank you very much for letting me be the first person to see one of these. I think this is the first one of the... It is. Delta Concert, serial number 001. The first one. Who's going to buy this one from him and have the one that appeared on the video? Get in touch with him. Yeah, wonderful. Thanks so much, Matt. Thank you for listening, watching, and your ongoing support. I always love looking at Noah instruments. They're always really nice. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hope you have a great week ahead. Back next week. I think we are moving into the more kitchen sink sort of stuff next week. But I've got loads more stuff coming on its way to me, and stuff that's boxed up downstairs ready to go. So lots more coming over the future weeks. Keep watching. Thanks for your support. Subscribe to the channel. That thing, I'll put the logo up there. I should put it up. I'll put it up there again. And thanks very much. Have a great week ahead. Look after yourselves. See you soon. Bye-bye.